Hey, this is Mike. I am in Myrtle Beach visiting East Coast Volkswagen, and this is a pretty interesting car. It's a 2015 Volkswagen Eos, and what's interesting to me about it is that it has a hardtop. It has a hardtop convertible, I should say, and a panoramic sunroof all in the same time. That's really cool. Not to mention, it has a 2.0 liter intercooled turbo engine, gas engine, among other things. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check out all the little features. We're gonna put the top up and down, show you how to do all that stuff. It's real easy, but let's go ahead and start checking it out. 17-inch aluminum wheels here on the side, very bright painted silver. And of course, it does have the four-wheel disc brakes. You can see the rotors in there, hopefully. But check out this hardtop convertible, two-door, small car, four-cylinder, panoramic sunroof with a tilt feature. And it's literally as easy as pushing and holding a button, and the top will lower or raise. You have the dual pipes there out of the back, chrome. So there's a couple ways of opening up the trunk. One is using the key and pushing and holding this button, it'll pop the trunk. Another way is you walk up and you push this, like so, and it turns into a little handle and then lifts up. So there's certain places where you can put stuff back here and certain places you can't, so pay attention to that. If you plan on lowering the top, you want to keep all your stuff back here. You don't want to utilize this space, because then it will jam up the top when it's trying to lower. So looking here in the front, you can see it has the halogen reflector headlights, high and low beams, plus you have the daytime running light there, and the fog lights there at the bottom. Pretty cool looking grille there with the black and chrome, and then you have the Volkswagen symbol there, chrome accents there at the bottom. And this one's like in a brown color, really classy looking. I don't know if you can tell the color with the lighting, but it looks really good, especially with the light interior. All right, so now the top's down and we can take a look at the inside a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and open this door. So this seat is all the way up and the driver's seat is all the way back. So they give you an idea of the legroom. You still got some decent legroom there in the front, but let's take a look here in the back. You see, with the front seat all the way back, your legroom is pretty much diminished to a very small amount. But if you put the seat up a little bit, you can see it's not too bad there in the back. You have the cup holders and stuff here in the back. Okay, so let's take a look here. Look at these seats. They're heated leather seats, perforated. You got those perforations there. Helps keep the seat a little bit cool, especially on a hot day today. Plenty of legroom there. Let's take a look at the locking glove compartment. It is a felt lined, pretty decent amount of room in there. And I know what you're thinking, I know what you're asking, and the answer is yes, it is a cooled, air-conditioned glove compartment. You can see the little vent there. So just to go ahead and answer that question before you ask it. So getting in and out of the back is not too bad. You've got plenty of room to get in and out thanks to this button here, this lever. You lift it up and you can move the seat forward and, you know, kind of get back there and hang out and cruise around town in the convertible. So you also have a power supply back here, 12 volt plus a little storage area. Check this out on the driver's side. You can actually push this button to move the seat. Isn't that cool? So here on the driver's side, we've got your fuel cap button, your trunk button. You also have their power windows. Plus you have this one power window control that controls all of them at the same time, which is pretty cool. And then your heated side mirrors, you can adjust them here. You just pick a side and then you can, you know, adjust them individually. Power adjustments with power lumbar support on the driver's side, which is pretty cool. Really comfortable seats, plenty of room. Look at all that leg room. So let's take a look under the hood, check out that engine. So to open the hood, you just reach right here, front center, right above the Volkswagen symbol. There's a little latch. Lift it up a few inches, it goes all the way up. So there's the TSI turbocharged 2.0 liter engine. You have the turbocharger there in the back. It also has an intercooler, which not really seeing where that is, but it has an intercooled, and the intercooler basically cools the air before it goes in the intake. And part of the reason you'll see turbos have that is because the turbo adds a little bit of heat to the air, so that helps with that. 200 horsepower, 207 pound-feet of torque. Really peppy engine with that turbocharger, of course, as well. Especially with the size of the vehicle. It is a small vehicle, so you can really zip around town with your convertible top down and be all awesome. Your battery is actually located in this battery box, which is pretty cool. You can actually see it inside there. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the inside. Okay, so let's see what it looks like with from the inside, putting the top up. Alright, so now we have this big sunroof. So to move the top up and down, you have this button here. That's for opening and closing it. But the sunroof has this little button right here. So let's check that out. So let's go ahead and open it up. We can vent it like so, or we can open it up all the way. Massive sunroof. Look at that. Vent it, keep it vented, or you can close it all the way like that. Also, you can just close it up like this with a shade if you just don't want any sun on it at all. So this thing unlocks and you can open it up here like so, and it's just like a pass-through to the trunk. And this actually thing just kind of moves completely out of the way, disconnects. So here we are on the inside, 2015 Volkswagen Eos. So we checked out the features on the door here, but over here we have your controls for your headlights. It's basically on and off here, and then you can pull it out for the fog lights to turn on, like so. Interior gauge lights are adjusted with this little switch here, little knob, and then there's a little storage pocket to put some stuff. So the steering wheel is a leather wrapped, very tight feeling leather wrapped steering wheel with the stitching on the inside. You've got significant bolsters here, very comfortable to put your hand in that kind of that normal spot that you normally drive in. And you got some metallic accents there at the bottom with a little peephole, which is pretty cool. So here on the left have your volume for your radio, and then your change to your CD, your tracks on like your presets or your tracks, depending on whether you have a CD in or whatever. And then you can answer calls here, and you can also make calls. Plus the voice recognition button is here, and you can do all kinds of stuff with it. Definitely a really cool feature to be able to have your hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, and staying productive by making calls, changing stations, stuff like that. So here on the right, this corresponds with this little menu system between the gauges. Now looking at the gauges, you can see you got the RPMs there to the left, your coolant temperature, your speedometer that goes up to 160 miles an hour, and then you have your fuel gauge there. But right here in the center, you have your clock and your direction, west. This is your digital compass. Outside temperature, 99 degrees. Yes, it's very hot today. And then your odometer there, but then you have that compass there. So you can actually change through that screen. So I'm just going to kind of push to the right here and kind of scroll through just so you can see different information you can get in that center screen. So you can get your phone information, you can go into different settings and change all kinds of stuff by scrolling down. You can choose whatever you want there, and then you can go to your range, see how far you can go before getting gas. Audio, you can see what your radio is doing, and then back to the navigation. So you do have some ability to go in there and get some more information. You do have a whole bunch of different settings in there as well. But the navigation screen would probably be my default screen for the most driving, I guess. I mean, this, the little compass there. Okay, so you can reset your trip here, and then you have your clock settings and stuff like that here on that side. Okay, so here's your center stack. You have a little touch screen, so you can choose your presets there for your radio, which is pretty cool. CD player there at the very top, and band, so you cycle through AM, FM, and then satellite radio. Media, this is where you can play music through your Bluetooth device, or other different inputs there. Right now there's nothing plugged in. And then you have your phone system. Once you pair your phone, you'll have access to your phone book and recent calls and stuff like that. Navigation, you can put in a specific address. You can view the map and kind of see where you're at, that kind of stuff. And it's the roads are highlighted in yellow, so it's really easy to see. At nighttime, the white back here will turn black, so that way it's not too blinding to see at nighttime. And then you can go into all kinds of different settings and change all kinds of stuff there. So down here is a volume button, change through your stations, and then you have this back button here. You can always make choices with these buttons here. So like, say I'm going to choose system, I can push that. I can choose sound, I can choose that. So that's what those buttons do. There's a auxiliary input. That's one of the media sources for playing music through the device there, through the sound system. So your climate control is down here. You have your heated seat controls here, your actually temperatures, and you can sync them. Right now they're synced. You can see that sync button. You can turn that on and off, or you can have a dual zone where you want the air to blow, recirculate the air, that kind of stuff. And then you can adjust your temperature, fan speed, and of course you can turn it off if you want to there. So down here we have this little storage pocket, which is pretty cool. Put stuff right there in the center, and you can close it up so it's not visible. Traction control you can turn off with that button. Default is always on, but you can turn it off there if you need to. Alright, so, and you can see this passes through here, so it's like a little handle, I guess you can say. So when you're going 160 miles an hour, you got something to hold on to. So here's your shifter, and it is a 6-speed automatic transmission. So you can cycle through. There's reverse, there's neutral, drive, and there's two options here. One is you can go down to sport mode, and sport mode tells the vehicle that you want the highest performance possible, and you don't really give a crap about fuel economy. You just want to get the highest performance. But also you can put it in drive. You can slide it over here to manual mode, and you can cycle through the gears however you want to. So you can change through the gear ratios by bumping it, just like a ratchet shifter. It's pretty cool there. Alright, cup holders are here, and then you have a deeper one and a shallow one there. Emergency brake is here, and there's your controls for your top and your sunroof. So this is your center armrest, and it's pretty soft, and this lifts up, and you have a this is where you can connect all kinds of different media. There's an outlet there. There's actually a little cable, it's in the glove compartment, that plugs in there, and you can plug it into an iPod or a USB device or something like that. And then you have a place to put what looks like a cell phone or something there. And you have a little pocket there as well. So the rear view mirror is manual for day and night mode. You can just flip it like that, pretty traditional. And then up here we've got your tap lights for a quick reading light. You can turn all your interior lights on with that button, or you can turn it off. Then you also have roadside assistance, information, and like emergency buttons up in here. And your visors have these mirrors, also this little light that turns on. And the light will turn off if it's not in a certain position, so you don't have to worry about draining your battery down unless you leave it right there. And it might just turn off by itself, I'm not really sure. Lockable glove compartment. So let's take a look at the visibility here in the back with the top up. Really neat little car, and with that turbocharged intercooled engine, that would make it even more fun to drive. You can raise and lower the convertible top very easy. Of course, it diminishes your trunk space when you have the convertible top folded, but hey, you know, that's just the way it is with convertibles. So anyways, thank you for watching, and thank you to East Coast Volkswagen for letting me show off an awesome car, and I'll see you guys next time.